Welcome to the Guam EHDI virtual website series. In today's topic, we will discuss what an Individual Family Service Plan, IFSP, is and what agency is responsible for developing and updating the IFSP with the family. Your child received a diagnosis of a hearing loss and is now eligible for services from the Guam Early Intervention System, GEIS. What's next? The next step is the development of an Individual Family Service Plan, IFSP. An IFSP is a written document that you and a team of specialists develops to help you and your child. The IFSP guides and supports what you do to increase your child's growth and development up to age 3. An IFSP is a plan for the family that lays out what services your child will receive and the results you and the team hope to achieve for your child. It aims to provide services in the child's most natural environment, at home, daycares, parks, etc. An IFSP considers your child's current level of functioning and needs and focuses on what you need as a family to best support your child. It builds on the individual strengths of each family member. Together, this all helps personalize the plan for your family. An IFSP must have your written consent before the plan goes into action. If you feel a certain service isn't right for your child, you can decline it at any time. This won't hurt your child's chances of receiving other services. Who is on the IFSP team? The IFSP team must include you. Other family members are welcome if you request it. An advocate from outside the family can also be present upon your request. A service coordinator is present to help put together the IFSP into action. Professionals are directly involved in the evaluations or assessments of your child's needs and those individuals who will provide early intervention services for your child or family. The IFSP team might also include specialists such as a medical practitioner, a therapist, a child development specialist, or a social worker. Once the IFSP is developed and you have given your written consent to approve the plan, it is important to remember to update the IFSP. The IFSP team reviews the IFSP every 6 months and must update it at least once a year. You and the team reviews your child's progress and your family's situation together. This review can help determine whether you need to make any changes to the goals or other aspects of the IFSP.
Brought to you through the regional support of First 5 Fresno County, First 5 Tulare County, and First 5 Madera County. Because it's all about the kids.
Having a child means you will have to do a lot of planning and decision making. It's important for your baby's future. But what if your child has special needs? Claudia Solis-Alcala tells us how parents can get help developing a plan of action.
Oh, Meet Natalie Poudrere. This adorable, bright, and playful 3-year-old has Down syndrome.
So get in, duck. Here we go.
From the very beginning, Natalie's family took steps to ensure she is developing to her full potential. They partnered with the local school district just after her birth.
I started working with Natalie when she was just probably a month old. And she was just this little tiny thing sitting on the couch.
Barbara Brodus is a special education teacher with the Madera County Office of Education. She worked with the family to create an IFSP, also known as the Individual Family Service Plan.
So different ways we want her to be saying her sentences, not just Natalie, give, I want. We want a lot of variety in her language. Okay. Individual Family Service Plan is an IFSP, and that is sort of like the contract for the school district and the parents with the child's goals and all from birth to 3-year-old children with special needs.
She's my first child, so I didn't know what to expect with any typical child, so it gave me an idea to know what to expect with the typical child and then to know where she should be. So with her teacher Barbara, she's helped show me that, well, Natalie might not be here, but this is what we can work on to get her there.
The IFSP documents and guides the early intervention process for children with special needs and their families. The goal is to provide the child with quality educational programs, along with good medical care and a stimulating home environment.
It shows me goals that she's already accomplished, and it gives me goals she'll be able to accomplish in the future, 6 months or a year from now.
The first step in the IFSP process is testing. It includes the child's current level of development, including physical, cognitive, communication, social or emotional, and adaptive.
It addressed all of the possible learning delays that come with children with Down syndrome, because we know each kid is different. So it helped with crawling in the very beginning to walking. When she got older, they helped with speech. When she was real little, we would copy her sounds and she would then imitate us. So those types of things.
The IFSP is created by a group of people who meet with the family to create goals.
The teacher or a speech therapist, if they've got occupational physical therapists involved, they can be involved. So anyone working with the child, the parent, and the administration. And that's like, yeah, that's the team.
The IFSP can give parents direction and provide a way for parents to track their child's progress.
I believe it not only gives me and my husband an opportunity to know where Natalie needs to go, but it gives us, not only us, but our entire family, a way to view and see where she needs to go and help her. Because it's not just the teachers, it's not just me, it's not just my husband. Anybody that's involved in her life will be able to teach her and show her where to go.
If a child has physical limitations, accommodations can be made.
Let's say they're at an age at writing their ABCs. They'll learn to do the typewriter or some kind of computer, so they will learn to poke the letters. So they're still learning their ABCs, but they're not learning to write them.
Parents should know they do have rights when it comes to their child's IFSP.
They have rights to have copies of everything. Everything's done in their language. Everything's confidential. There's a whole list of rights, but primarily they are the parent. And so they can say yes or no to any kind of services. They can say, I don't like that evaluation, I want a different one.
And if there is a language barrier, it's not a problem.
One of the rights is everything's done in their language with copies in their language. So we would get a translator to come to the meetings as well as to translate it written if they need it.
The child's parents and teacher will meet every week until the child's 3rd birthday. After that, the family and school district will move on to create an IEP, the Individual Education Plan.
Whose turn is it?
Natalie has just started her IEP plan. Her family moved from Madera to Fresno, where she is in preschool at Fremont Elementary. Her goals, moving with her. Mom Ashley says a good plan can give the parent guidance and the confidence they need to build a strong foundation for their child's future.
When you're told that your child's going to have Down syndrome or whatever it might be, you kind of get like, well, they're not going to be like the typical child. But it helps because then you're like, well, it doesn't matter if she's typical. She has grown so much from where she was, and she is going to be able to do those things like read and write and talk.
And as you can see, Natalie is active, involved, bright, and happy as she takes on preschool, tackling writing assignments, singing along in the classroom, and enjoying new friendships.
Brought to you through the regional support of First 5 Fresno County, First 5 Tulare County, and First 5 Madera County. Because it's all about the kids.
Let's wrap up the important things to remember. The IFSP is a plan that maps out the services your baby or toddler will receive. It would be best if you got ready to help develop, review, and revise the IFSP. Finally, make sure the IFSP is designed to help you and your baby before giving your written consent. Thank you for joining us. For more information, contact Guam Early Intervention System, Division of Special Education, Department of Education, located at 500 Mariner Avenue, Barrigada, Guam, Tizen, Building E. Telephone number 300-5776 or 300-5816. Email at geis@gdoe.net. Website at www.gdoe.net/GEIS. To assist Guam EHDI with future presentations, return to the Guam EHDI website and click on the Video tab. Click on the Evaluation link under today's video presentation.